リボーンモードですが、こちらはこれ
The
までの
limited
ジョブメ
jobs
カ
are
ニク
not
スをベー
included
ス
in
にした
this.
もので、従来通りのローテーションで遊んでいただける
Yes.
モードになってい
Quick
ま
pause.
す。
So
Yeah, so here, yeah, like just the job icon, images, and all that. This is the combo string for Dragoon.
Yeah, the current one.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, Heavy Trust, Spiral Trust, Chaos Trust, Willing Trust, Drake's Bane. And this is Worming Trust, Dragonfire Dive, Rise of the Dragon, Star Diver, Starcross. Okay, so we can carry on.
Alright,
Just wanted
yeah.
to check if like
Yeah, the only
Yeah,
one
you-
they actually show the bars for between the two, like showing both of the bars, the reborn mode and the redone mode, is Paladin. Because like one of the
okay.
things is the newer mode, they're going to talk about it, but
Yeah,
it doesn't have
evolved.
bulwark. The
I mean,
block.
do they show the full up bar? Like,
Now, like
okay,
what you see on the screen for the evolved is the entire, like all the job
No,
actions
yeah.
minus the LB.
Yeah, I meant the reborn. Because
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, they
First
show
off,
it.
we've
They
got
show it.
the reborn mode, which,
Alright, let's see.
being based
Oh,
off
sorry.
mainly existing job actions and mechanics, means with it you'll be able to keep playing
loud
the
enough?
way you do now.
No, no.
細かな調整は行われますが、基本的なメカニクスは今現在のものが踏襲されます。
But that doesn't mean we won't be making small adjustments moving forward, but the foundation and mechanics are all firmly grounded in what already exists.
で、もう一方のエボルブモードには3つの大きな特徴があります。
On the other hand, the three most distinguishing features of the evolved mode are
There, you can see at the bottom, they have a bunch of the buttons for Dragoon. I didn't even remember this part. They have all the buttons for Dragoon down there, and then it goes up to how many buttons it has for evolved mode.
Yeah, I see it. So for Dragoon, they still have all the melee roll action. So that's that. The first line is the single target combo string with high jump and mirage dive. The crit skill, how is it called? Life surge, lance charge. Battle Leaden is still there.
No, on the bottom, yeah. If you play the reborn mode, you still have those abilities. From what I understand.
Okay. I thought you meant when we were speaking earlier that they removed like raid buff entirely.
That's what they were saying, but like, I don't know. Like, all I know is like evolved mode does not have those kinds of
Raid buffs.
DPS affecting raid buffs, is what they were
Oh,
saying.
okay.
I
Or
mean,
maybe it's just there for illustration of what we know and what it's gonna turn into. So
yeah, like the bottom one is what the job actions look like right now.
This is
And the
what
one
it's
above
like
it
right now.
is the evolved version above it. I just find it hilarious that they use the continuation button and they're using the PV. I figured those are
Yeah.
placeholders, but like
I was about to ask about it because I was looking at that icon, like the one in the middle. I was wondering, like, is that continuation or because it also looks like a botanist skill.
Yeah,
I was like, what the heck is that?
they it's on almost every single job that they show that they have like the. I think they're just using placeholders for now, because that's the PvP skill, and I figure it's going to have an actual skill icon.
Well, I'm guessing like this is what you press to switch between reborn and evolved mode.
No, that the continuation lights up with a combo set whenever you do stuff to meet the criteria to activate it.
Also, everybody's getting Gunbreaker style continuation skills.
Something like that, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But once you see it, it'll make more sense. Like, I mean, so far what I've seen, I like it better. I think it has more room to grow.
Yeah.
Than the game does currently.
Mm-hmm.
But
I've already seen people ask like, "Oh well, if evolved mode," because again, I haven't watched this. I'm just going from
the potencies are different too in evolved mode. Like they say,
yes, that's what I was getting to. Is like if the potency are better for evolve mode, like why would you ever not play evolve mode all the time then?
Because I I would say probably at least 60% of the player base just doesn't care
Oh well, of course,
about.
but those who care enough, like anybody who wants to do like I guess
Yeah,
extreme or savage or the because they
yeah.
said that they're gonna
My
new
they
difficult.
right now they're saying it's like slightly better, like in DPS. They're pretty, what they kept trying to say was like that they're pretty the same, but evolved is slightly better in DPS, or slightly higher. But what I'm worried
Oh
about is for PF, if because you'll see ability if somebody's using the reborn mode, you will see abilities that the evolved mode no longer has,
yeah, like
and I'm
you'll be
worried
able
that
to
somebody will
tell.
see, oh, they're using reborn mode, kick them.
That's yeah, that's bound to happen. Like again, that reminds me when I was watching some video, like going retrospective on like how the game used to be. Like that was essentially how it was in raids. If you could tell if a healer was using cleric stance or not, and if they were not, you would just kick them, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well,
And I'm also wondering because you know what this reminds me of?
I like the scholar
Do
picture.
you?
Sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, it's a nice one. Do you remember the one time I sent you a forum post about somebody who made a complete rework of the healer jobs and stuff?
Um, you might have, but I probably don't remember it anymore.
Yeah, like the idea was pretty much the same. Like there is a like they had like extra action or extra like mechanics gimmicks to do that would result in slightly more DPS to the point that like the job had like a base mode, like the reborn mode, that you could just go on and it would be pretty much how the game plays right now. And then there was a higher level you could engage with like slightly more out of it. But the difference in DPS was so negligible that it was mostly out of your own enjoyment because a lot of people are complaining that the jobs are not engaging enough. So the solution being, okay, there is a way to have the job be more engaging, but we can make it so that it's so good that you are obligated to do it that way. But we also have to make it worthwhile because
Yeah,
who's gonna do the extra work for no return?
yeah, no, yeah. Well, I mean, if you enjoy it, but yeah, like we already said, you already said that. But no, what I was gonna say was, you talking about that made me remember watching this earlier was the white mage. It still had lilies as part of the gauge or whatever, but I didn't see anywhere to use the lilies or however. But anyway, like, but it no longer had a Flatus Rapture, and um, instead what they did was anytime you use a healing spell, it gives you a charge, and depending on how many charges you have, this like two charge ability that's on a 30-second cooldown, that like you can use it with 1 to 3 charges, and the more charges you have, the more damage it does. So they're trying to make it to where like if you're when you're healing, you're not just losing DPS like it is right now. Like,
Yeah. Oh. So they are extending the effort to system to like regular GCD heals like cure and
yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah, it looked like they got rid of Cure 1, Cure 2, and that because like whenever they cast it, it called itself like High Cure or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's good then. Huh.
So
So that's
no
interesting
more,
because
free cure. Sorry, but
yeah. No, you're completely fine. Yeah. Again, free cure. It's amazing that free cure still exists in this game. Like it started as a trait back in 2.0, and it's always been at best like extremely situational like interaction. Like I can't. I mean, I don't play at like the highest level, but I can never recall a time where I was so desperate that I would cure one and then be happy to see cure two proc.
yeah, no, yeah, yeah, like when I was an extreme sprout, I did the free cure fishing, and once I learned,
Yeah,
because
because it's very intuitive. It's like, oh, I can use the basic heal, and it gives me like the higher heal for
for
free.
free, yeah,
Yeah,
and
but you are
well,
never that pressed for MP for that to matter.
but at the time, because I had switched over from playing World of Warcraft, and I healed a bunch in World of Warcraft, um, it made sense to me doing that switch because it's a very World of Warcraft system. You're spam healing a weak heal that doesn't cost a lot of mana, and to get the big heal that does cost a lot of mana for free. And
Yeah,
it's a very World of Warcraft system, and you can tell because I mean, 2.0 was heavily World of Warcraft inspired. And if you watch any of those documentaries, you already know.
hmm
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
at the time and even nowadays, like it's a
But
MMO to
but
like
even by
modern.
but even by WoW standards, it's that's very outdated, like modern WoW
Yeah,
standards.
yeah. Oh, and again, I just like memory blast. Like I remember watching like Mr. Happy's retrospective on the jobs. He
Hmm.
used to do like there used to be well, there is free cure for cure one to cure two,
Hmm.
and there used to be a chance to proc another trait similar if you use cure two to make your cure three heal crit damage, crit heal.
Okay.
Yeah, like
That's
it's like what like in what scenario is that gonna come up where you are spamming cure one, so you
oh
get
man,
a free cure two, use your free cure two and you get lucky and you get a guaranteed crit cure three.
that's so that's so bad because it wasn't even until oh my goodness, what patch was it that they finally increased the healing radius of uh
Oh yeah,
of
I'm
cure three from beyond from beyond 10 yards. Like
yeah, he was 5 WOM or something before. I think they increased the range in Shadowbringer, I wanna say.
no, no, it wasn't. No, because the whole thing is I remember because I the the one time I PF cleared Phoenix Savage um with a guy
Oh
from
no,
a link show that I
that's
was in. The one time I cleared it in PF, I was doing White Mage, and the because I was Sage and my static,
hmm
um, trying to heal that healing check with with the White Mage and trying to use Cure 3, and it's really difficult when people don't want to immediately move into the center because then Cure 3 is not hitting anybody other than like maybe one or two people, and you don't have time for any mistakes healing if you're not if you weren't an astrologian cheesing the mechanic with macrocosmos.
yeah,
It
I
was
remember like in Endwalker, like the one they increased were all the bubble, like Asylum and Sacred Soil and Kerala too. Like that's the one they increased the range. I remember in Endwalker, but I'm pretty sure because I remember doing runs of what's the thing called in Bozia. Um,
which one?
the raid.
Are you talking about the castrum, or are you talking
Not,
about
not the castrum,
Dalriada, or are
the
you
other one.
talking about the oh man, I almost called it DSF. That's not what it's called.
Yeah, it's
Delubrum Engineering.
DSR. Delubrum, that's the one.
Yeah,
Delubrum, yeah. Doing
DRS.
Delubrum,
Yeah, or DR
yeah,
in the
DRS.
DRS. Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't done the Savage. I mean,
nah.
can I even find a party to do the damage, the Savage at this point? But yeah, doing the Lobrum, like thin hair cure tree was pretty fun to do because that was when thin hair was still like a 10-second cooldown. So for
Yeah,
10 seconds, all your casts were free, and you could just spam cure tree to like burst heal through anything.
yeah.
And I
Uh,
remember it having enough range to cover most things. Like, of course, I have to position myself properly to make sure I hit everybody.
yeah.
But maybe I'm remembering wrong
I
because
I
it sounds about right.
I missed. I still miss. And I know it's a terrible take, but I still miss the 10-second blood weapon and 10-second delirium from Shadowbringers. Like that was getting the 5 GCDs in that window was a lot of fun to me.
I can relate because that's the thing. I have a lot of nostalgia for the Shadowbringer job, like the way the job played, because that's when I got caught up in the game. Like by the time
Yeah,
Shadowbringer ended, I had all my job maxed out and I was comfortable like
yeah,
playing any of them.
yeah. Because
So
we, yeah,
I'm probably the only person who misses how Astro played in Shadowbringer compared to how it's
well,
been in
the,
Endwalker and Dawntrail.
I
And
know.
compared to what I'm hearing about it from Stormblood and Heavensward, it's like, I mean, Shadowbringger, Astro, like, I see why he had to change, but that's how I learned to play the job, and I kind of miss it.
I learned how to play Scholar from playing what is it, Nocturnal Astro?
Oh, yeah, Nocturnal Astro, yeah.
Yeah, like I learned how to play Scholar from doing that because I could not figure out Scholar on my own. Like it
Oh,
blew my
for
mind.
real. Same for me. Like coming from White Mage, I could not understand Scholar, so I got my Arcanist to 80 by playing Summoner. Which now that I think about it, it's even crazier. Like I had an easier time understanding like Shadowbringer Summoner than Scholar, but eventually I figured
Yeah,
it out, and yeah,
yeah. No, but I do miss, and like I didn't care for the Astrologian change in Endwalker, but it was still playable for me. And then this Dawn Trail change, I the way they changed the cards, I had zero interest in trying to figure out how I'm going to fit that on my action bars and be able to actually use it and that kind of stuff. Zero interest in that.
the funniest thing is that Endwalker Astro was harder than Dawntrail, because Dawntrail Astro it's pretty consistent. Like you know exactly which card you're gonna get because you're gonna get the same, and they
Yeah,
have the exact same effect. So it's actually pretty easy to like
I,
predict and what you're gonna do.
I don't know. Half of it for me
And
was card fishing, but yeah,
that's the thing, you don't have to do any fishing because all the cards have a set effect, and you always get the same card with each draw, which makes the kind of kills the point of the job. Like the point of the job, it's a fortune teller. Like
yeah,
you're supposed to not know what you're gonna pull, but again, that kind of variance, while it's fun for a casual player and stuff, I can only like I understand. I don't agree, and I think like it's a shame that he ended up being that way. But whenever I hear a description of Heaven's Ward and Stormblood Astro, and when I watch gameplay of it, it's like, yeah, that sounds like great fun, but it only makes sense that he ended up being balance fishing all the time.
hmm
Because what else? Why else would you do anything else with such a powerful tool?
I mean, with all the uh, uh, yeah, to continue that thought, it was like with all the tools it has, why would you ever bring a white mage?
That again, people talk about. I've had this rant with you so many times. People talk about like job that have been butchered. Like White Mage got put in the shadow in Heaven's Ward since
Yeah, since they
Astro
fixed
got
Astro, yeah,
yeah, since they fixed Astro and got its buff. Like there was nothing aside from like heal true brute, but past a certain point, that's not as valuable. And in Stormblood, like the way the lilies were meant to work, which actually, now that I think about it, this is kind of how the lily were meant to work in Stormblood. What they are doing with the evolved version of White Mage here.
yeah. The way I've
But
described it to you, yeah. Sorry.
mhm, like the way it was set up to work at the beginning of Stormblood, and for most of Stormblood too, it was so horrific. It was so bad. Like and that's when like the scholar got chain stratagem. So and
hmm
he was the barrier healer, so you were never gonna take a white mage over a scholar.
No,
And the way Stormblood Astro worked again is like, why would you bring a white mage?
yeah. Oh no,
And that was before like misery. So there was not even like, oh, he does more damage. Be like,
Misery was Shadowbringers.
yeah, misery was Shadowbringer.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Hmm
I didn't remember that. That's
Misery is a Shadowbringer. Like even the basic Lily, like Solace and Rapture, that was all Shadowbringer. Those skills did not exist in Stormblood.
oh, I didn't know that either. Well,
Yeah,
at least I don't remember it from his retrospectives. But yeah,
the way the lilies work in Stormblood was that if you use your basic heals, so Cure 1, Cure 2, and Medica, you get one lily,
yeah.
and up to three, of course. And when you use them, you can use them on Asylum, Assize, or Benison, like the shield.
hmm
And what the lily would affect is the recast timer. So, like the more lily you consume every time you use the skill, the shorter the recast timer gets. And that was it.
Okay. All right. We've been paused here for a little bit. Uh,
Yeah, we
and
went on a crazy tangent.
even though I want to tell you the new tank job idea I had, we,
Uh,
I'll just move on.
other than
Yeah.
time mage tank.
Oh yeah, other than Time Mage tank and like, cause I would really like to see that. It's like a Time Mage tank that works like a Brewmaster monk in World of Warcraft, where it's built around its mitigation is delaying the damage done to you, and which makes a lot of sense from a Time Mage standpoint, in my opinion. But anyway, um, no, it was the new idea was like you take something like Mystic Knight and you basically you make it where when you turn on tank stance, you gain tank stats, and when you turn off tank stance, you become a melee caster, and so you're a DPS.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
also take damage like a DPS.
Unfortunately, you cannot trust 14 player with such a job.
It would be so cool though, but yeah.
That sounds very fun. Again, like that reminds me because that's from the retrospective and what I hear from like older player. That's kind of what Heaven's Ward and Stormblood Dark Knight was. Like it was pretty squishy for a tank, actually. Aside from
Yeah.
like magic damage, you could tank magic damage better than the other two. But like in general, it was a pretty squishy tank. Like ideally, you wanted it as a off tank,
Mhm.
and you could put out insane amount of damage, especially if you could get away with not being in your tank stance.
Hmm. Yeah. No, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, personally, I like the idea, but yeah, you can't trust player of this game with such a concept.
Well, and like, but you would always like because, yeah, it would only like when you queued into dungeons, or any kind of content, you would always be a tank slot, even though you have a mode where you can be a DPS. Like you were always a tank slot. Because it's what
Yeah.
the role is intended to be as a tank. Because I think it would be interesting to like play more into uh, with tanks. Well, actually, that's okay. That's something they kind of talk about here, and that they're going to talk more. I think at Berlin later in this. But anyway, all right. Sorry.
No,
Did you
it's
want to
good.
continue or want me to continue?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, continuing.
まず、よりジョブの個性が感じられること。
First and foremost, we've redesigned the system to better highlight the characteristics of each individual job.
次に、リボーンモードとは異なるローテーションを持つこと。
Second off, we wanted to feature completely different action rotations than the Reborn.
そして、ホットバーにセットする必要のあるアクション数が少なく、仕組みが理解しやすいことです。
And third, we wanted to make things easier to understand by reducing the amount of actions necessary to set to your hotbar.
Which all three are points that come from
俺でいいかい
feedback.
じゃあここから。
Yeah. Excuse me.
どこまで行ったまあ、 これここでね、さっき基調講演でも言ったんですけど、少しやっぱり誤解が、さっき SNS をちょっと基調講演の後拝見してたんですけど、
A quick aside. When I was watching this, and they were like, they got to some point in it, and I was sitting there thinking, I was like, if Xenosis Vex is sitting out there in the audience watching this, he's sitting there screaming, going, "The bald man is right again." But anyway, sorry, continue.
No, that's funny. Yeah, like I know for a fact that a lot of things that came out of this be vindication for him.
Yeah.
But again, a lot of it is things that a lot of people have been asking for, or like pieces of feedback that player have been giving for a while. So
Yeah, no, you're good. All right.
とにかくエボルブっていうのはリボンモード、これまでのモードをとにかく簡単にしようとかイージーにしようとか、そういう発想で作られたものではないです。
So yeah, kind of touching upon what we discussed during the keynote, though, and I was looking at the social channels right after I had finished my keynote. I did.
All right. I skipped the part where you could actually see her. Sheila, with the ears and the little bow, she legit looked like a Lalafell.
I mean, she looks very short. Tiny.
She
is very short. She looks like a tiny lady.
Yeah. but man, she's good at translating. Anyway, sorry.
See some comments about how people may have misconstrued the concept of evolved versus reborn, and they were thinking reborn mode is making, or I'm sorry, evolved mode is making reborn mode more easy, but that is not the case. Sorry.
さらにちょっと SNS で見かけたんですけど、これスイッチ2のために作ったモードだろうっていうのも見かけて、単なる偶然です。
Okay, quick pause.
And also,
sorry. Something that Happy mentioned lately is like a lot of like even in recent interviews, he mentioned social medias a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been looking at what people say online a lot more lately.
Yeah.
Like even like around like patch, I remember like in patch 0.4 and even this upcoming patch 0.5,
Mm-hmm.
he made a comment to the like along the line of, oh well, this image is like normally I wouldn't show it to you, but somebody's gonna data mine it anyway and put it online, so it's whatever.
Yeah. I also have to say I really enjoyed having Koji back translating. Because it was in the keynote. He teased Yoshi P about possibly getting a butt slider.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. Yeah.
The player gave us such horny dogs, man.
But yeah. Anyway, the character creation changes they were talking about weren't real big, but like it'd be nice. It'll be nicer to be able to like have more than one eyeshadow option. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, and like I feel the floodgates were the near raid ever since they added the 2B pants or leggings.
Oh, yeah.
It was over. It was over then.
Yeah.
Like for those who didn't make the jump to like straight up just do visual mods and stuff,
that was their go-to. Yeah,
because I used the glamour website, like the one that helps you create like glamours for your job and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's ridiculous how many of them include the 2B leggings, even where they don't make sense, just to emphasize the butt.
That's funny. Anyway, are you ready?
Yeah, let's carry on.
All right.
Comments about how this evolved mode was created because we want to accommodate for the Nintendo Switch 2, but that's not the case either. That just so happened that the announcement came simultaneously.
はい。なので現代の忙しいプレイヤーの皆さん。
Say again?
The Switch thing is like, I mean, I don't know why people would assume that this is a change to accommodate the Switch. Like, if somebody is playing on the Switch, I'm assuming they are playing like with the Switch connected to a TV and with a controller in their hand. So
yeah,
that's no different than any other console at this point.
Yeah.
Like I struggle to imagine somebody playing FF14 with a handheld like that. I guess
Well,
people play on the Steam Deck, so
well, it's funny to me is the f- the the first thought I had when they said, "Oh, we're bringing it to Switch 2," was my thought immediately went to Xenosis Vex, and I could hear him in my head saying, "Oh, great, we're getting held back by another console."
which again, the Switch 2 is the most recent, so it's actually pretty fine in terms of hardware.
I know. I'm just yeah.
I
So
know it's a very funny idea that oh yeah, like you're bringing an MMO to a handheld console or like a hybrid console stuff like that. Be like yeah,
yeah,
because I'm pretty I saw that like quickly online that they are already telling player who plays on the PS4 that they might want to think about switching to a PS5
yeah.
pretty soon. Yeah,
I think 8.0 is going to be the last hurrah for the PS4.
yeah.
And by a 9.0, they're going to phase it out. That is my prediction.
I don't think it's gonna survive until 9.0. Like probably like 8.0, and somewhere in the patch they will drop the PS4 support.
Okay. And I'm also disappointed that my guess for a February launch of the new expansion was as close as it was.
Because it's
It's
January
January
27th.
2027, yeah.
It's on par with estimation, right?
It's, I have no idea on estimations because because on the keynote I think he said like I think it was Koji was like 9 months for for
Yeah.
patch 7.5.
Yeah. Again, point 0.5 patches. This is nothing new. 0.5 patches have always been like ridiculously long.
They haven't been that long. Like going back and looking at the yeah. Anyway, that's not a
Yeah.
discussion I want to get into with this one. But
No, that's fine. Because for me it's like, well, I wasn't around until like because I caught up.
yeah,
I
because
caught up.
5.5 was
Uh,
our first uh, end of expansion patch. Yeah,
yes,
because we both
I feel
started
like
playing right after 5.4 launched. Because
is that
5.4
right?
launched at the beginning of December 2020.
Of 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Huh. So I caught up with the game a lot faster than I thought because I thought that I had started maybe around like 5.2, 5.3, and because it took me a while to get into Shadowbringers.
Yeah. Well, it didn't take me quite as long as you because, like, I kind of read stuff going through A Realm Reborn and then it started to slog, and I just started, outside of like voiced cutscenes, I started not skipping the stuff, but I would just like glance at what was being said and then just click on. And I could I can say the first time that like I never actually read what was being said was like by the end of Dawn Trail when it said Wook Lamont, I would just click and yeah, like I was done. But
The
sorry. Anyway,
funniest thing is like, no, for me, like the closest I've gotten close to not outright skipping, but kind of just glazing over and just like reading past and clicking through dialogue was in Stormblood. Like I
really.
feel like the first round in Girabania,
Hmm.
at some point I started to just get like it was just not clicking with me. Like the Xenos attack on the Reach kind of woke me up,
Hmm.
and right after that we go back
Then it got
we
boring
go
again. Yeah.
no we go that after that we go to Kugane, and
Yeah.
that was my favorite part of the expansion. And the second round in Girabania is pretty solid actually.
I mean, I guess solid for moving at breakneck speed, but yeah.
Yeah, solid within the context of Stormblood because again, the first time around, even that second half felt a bit dull to me. Like I appreciate it more when we replay through it. Like a couple, was that last year or
No,
like
it
two
was a
years
couple
ago?
years ago at this point. I think
Yeah,
that was it. No, it was when was 6.1? That was 6.1 was 2022.
damn. Okay, Time flies, man. Jesus.
Feel old yet? No, I'm just messing with you. But
I am, man. I am.
yeah, no, yeah, friggin', yeah, we played through there, and but yeah, no, I clicked through most of ARR and like slowed down for the because the bloody banquet caught me completely off guard.
Oh yeah, that did
Because
too.
I was not reading much
I
of
was not
anything.
paying attention. Yeah, I was like the bloody banquet completely blindsided me because I was not paying attention by that point in the like patch of AR. Like I was
Yeah,
interested in the whole like Yugiri and Dosetsu side of the thing.
yeah,
Everything else was kind of dull to me, like the Crystal Bridge. Like, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Yeah, I was completely blindsided. Like I feel like I kind of woke up when they do the thing where somebody's looking for you at the rail station stuff,
yeah,
and you go there and nobody's there, and you just found an empty vial that you keep on you for whatever reason. It's like, wait,
yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yep, yep. Uh, and then like,
yeah.
um,
That was like the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones. Like legit, if you're not paying attention, it can completely catch you off guard.
yeah,
But if you are, you're like, oh no, I see where this is going. Oh no, oh no.
yeah, like because I kind of paid attention through Heaven's Word. Like I didn't the first time through, I didn't like it as much as you did. Um,
Oh, I
but
was
like,
locked in toward after the bloody banquet.
yeah, see, but
Like I
like, I
glued on it.
because like the opening to Heaven's Word was great, and then I did the Vanu zone first, and I was like, this is boring. And then I did the next zone where you're in the frozen over castle. And it's just like, this is boring. And then I started clicking through a
Yeah,
bunch of the stuff again, and but like slowed down for like the big moments and that kind of stuff. But like, it wasn't until I would say 4.2 that I started to pay more attention to the story, because like it was
yeah.
suddenly
'Cause-
like, wait, who's this annoying little jerkwad that I'm sitting here having to interact with? The Asahi.
for me, Heaven's Word, like the beginning, like again, when we went back, is like, yeah, it's not that good. It's pretty dull. I think like the first time around, I was just carried by the hype from the bloody banquet and stuff. I was just breezing through that pass, and the whole part where you're traveling with Isel, Estinian, and Alfred was pretty good. Like
Mm-hmm.
I like every bit of that. The whole thing, like the resolution with Ilbert and Raubam.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the first time I enjoyed it. Going back to it, it was kind of lame, to be honest.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, yeah. It was not as good as it felt like it could have been. Like
Yeah,
the whole recovering Raban and recovering the Sultana and all that kind of stuff. It felt very
yeah.
rushed.
He felt
And
yeah, he felt rushed. He felt like a bit of a cop out. Like
like it felt
when
like
did
I'm not going to interrupt you, but like it felt like it
no no
should have been like 7.1, or not 7.1, like 3.1. Like instead of the whole stupid grand melee, that's 3.1 in it. Um, the
yes
whole that whole stupid part, it should have been us like, we're done in Ishgard and we're quote unquote done in Ishgard, and we go back, and that whole patch is about figuring out what actually happened at the bloody banquet and that kind of stuff, and then you start looking. But
yeah
it wouldn't
like
work within the narrative because the whole
yeah
thing
it wouldn't
with
it
needing
was too
Ishtola. But yeah,
yeah not only that it was too urgent to push it like too far down the timeline.
Yeah.
Like they had to address it within like a 3.0 itself.
It just
But it
felt
would have
like
been amazing if they could have delayed it to the patch and like focused the patch on this whole fiasco.
yeah, like well, that's what I'm saying. It's just because like you're starting to trying to get into the whole Ishgard thing, and then suddenly it's just like, no, hit the brakes. We're over here,
Yeah, we
back in
hard
Oda.
pivots back
Yeah,
in Moda, yeah. And when we resolve it way too fast, like yeah.
yeah, and then because it's saying it like I realized that like it wouldn't work within the scope of the narrative because then we wouldn't be able to wouldn't have things resolved enough that we could go back and get help to find Ishtola and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
And honestly, like they did their best, but I still want to punch Lolorito in his face.
you don't want to slice up. Oh, I forgot his name. I wanted to call him Lapu
Who?
Lapu, and that's just not his name.
Oh, the other one.
No, the
I
one
mean,
that died.
he already got diced by a robot. That was
Yeah,
such a cool scene, man.
that was pretty good. Yeah,
Like with AR, like their cinematic style and stuff, he was pretty scuffed, but like having robot like roar and there's fire behind him and his eyes go white and he just dies. The guy's like, yeah.
yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I was watching this. He was like, "Get him, robot! Fuck him up!"
yeah, yeah. Oh man, no, that was pretty good.
And that's when I wish that MMOs would like let you have agency outside of cutscene because I was like, please let me jump in this fight and like mess up some of these guys, please. I wanted to crack some skulls in that scene so much.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, oh, I still love Ilberd's cutscene in 3.5. It's
Oh,
still
he was
it's like
amazing.
I greatly prefer Shadowbringers, but the Ilberd scene at the end of Belisar's Wall was absolutely fantastic.
It was great. It was great. Like I
Yeah,
didn't like his treatment post AR, like in between,
yeah.
like incompetent, like his plan to kill Raban, the way he kind of
It didn't make
ran
sense.
away. Yeah, like he was pretty scuffed, but his resolution at Battle of the War is pretty good. And the fact that he held a grudge so hard that we come across his spirit in the Ethereal Sea again as
Yeah,
a mid pool trash boss. Yeah,
yeah,
that was cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I wish I could say more than yeah, but yeah, because he well, it was like it was going back through and playing and actually reading the stuff with you that time. Like it was interesting to actually like pay attention and get to see when you could tell that he had lost hope in the Crystal Braves being something he could use to liberate uh,
Alamigo, yeah.
Alamigo.
Hmm. Yeah, like yeah, you can tell the moment where he came in the project believing in it, believing in Raban and stuff, but you can tell at what point it switched for him, and like when he started working with Lolorito to like double cross, take over, and try to get it done his own way.
Yeah, and to me, that's what made the stuff with him and Raban in Heaven's Word not make any sense. Like him trying to kill him and that kind of stuff, and like the whole trap and all that. None of that
Yeah,
made sense in
that was
in that
pretty contrived.
context.
That was pretty contrived because in that context, like there is no way you wouldn't just slice his throat like right away, like get it done with.
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh
Anyway,
well, yeah.
yeah, we keep, we keep sidetracking.
Hey man, there is a lot to talk about this game.
Yeah.
Like we always end up going into all kind of tangents whenever we talk about it. So
Yeah, I know. Yeah. All right. Anyway, is you ready to go again?
yeah, let's go.
Sorry. All right.
とか新しくこれから始めるプレイヤーの方が他のゲームもね様々に経験してきてると思うので、そういう人たちがすぐにでも入り込める、慣れられるみたいなところでできる限りね、
How much of this
入
do you
力数は
actually
少なく
understand?
しようとか、まあそういう工夫が詰まってると
Very
いう
little.
ところはありますが、決して簡単
I've
なもの
not been
というわけ
polishing
で
my
は
skills
あ
in
りません。
Japanese. So
And so again, the concept is trying to make it more comfortable for very busy people and trying to find the time to play video games, and also new players who may not be familiar with the different configurations, or people who have experienced other games and are now jumping into 14, for them to become used to the battle system with fewer inputs. It's not like we're trying to like simplify or make it easier on them. It's meant to be a different concept from that.
まあさっきもお伝えした通り、リボーンと、エボルブの竜騎士、まあもちろん共通のアクションというのもありますけど、それぞれ異なるアクションがあり、ローテーションが全く異なる。なので、モードが全く違うモードなんだというふうに覚えておいてください。
And as mentioned, I gave the Dragoon as the example. Of course, there are some shared elements, but for the most part, you are getting a different experience. The rotations will be different, and it is a separate mode from each other.
はい。
Yeah,
じゃあちょっ
more
と
of the
もうちょっとね基調講演のおさらい続けます。
Little pictures.
Continuing on with more recap from the keynote.
こちらまとめて表示したように、まあリボー
There you
ン、
go.
エボルブ、このモードの切り替え
Stuff you were
は
asking about.
非戦闘中はいつでも可能です。
And as listed here, when you switch over between Reborn and Evolved mode, you can do that while you're in non-combat situations.
まあ例えば竜騎士
Oh, quick pause. They also changed gearing so that you can mirror your highest item level from your highest item level job onto lower item level jobs.
oh, that should make it good for reclears then, right? Or
Yeah,
like
something like
bring
that,
up like alternate jobs.
Yeah, it should help with all job gearing and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that they still relax on the. Because again, I say that I'm not a savage raider, but I hope they relax on the how long the tier stays
It's
locked.
locked. Yeah, especially since they're adding a third difficulty, or basically an extreme difficulty between the savage and normal.
Yeah, like which I guess I'm gonna start doing that one at least. 'Cause
Yeah, well, and it'll be easier to PF with the PF
the whole
being
region
region-wide.
unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that should make like I'm looking forward to that. I mean, it's almost a year out. I'm pretty sure I'll be caught up on my Dynamis alt, but like man, trying to do anything on Dynamis is such a pain, bro.
Dude, it was. I played on Dynamis when the data center launched, and I got all the way to on that alt. Playing as a healer, I got all the way to Shinryu, and
Mhm.
I could not get Shinryu to pop.
Yeah,
And I sat there.
and
I think one day I sat there for 45 minutes, and I think that's
yeah,
when I
like
stopped playing that. I think that's when I stopped
legit,
playing
like
that alt.
the to do the alliance raid, I had to data travel to Ether because I could not. I would sit like for an hour in a queue waiting for um what you may call it the Heaven's Ward alliance raid
Yeah, because
Void Arc
yeah,
to pop. I could not get anything, and it's even worse for the 8-man raids because like I currently got up to Omega no Alpha Scape, and
mhm,
I probably will have to travel to the other data center to get it done because it's just not popping.
yeah. Oh, and it's not going to change. It's still going to be a pain to go to RP venues on other data centers, because you're still gonna have the
I feel
data center trouble. You're
Yeah,
still
I
gonna have
feel
to.
like that's fine though, because that will make like unlocking the duty finder and the like. Because I remember we talked about it like a couple of years back. Like for me, it's either they unlock it all so that you don't have a reason to travel. Like if you just want to raid, then that'll probably like increase the population in Dynamis because people want to go there for like the
Housing.
housing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just new server. They are not new anymore, but there are so few people there that it's basically new. Like can be a fresh start for anybody who wants it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
um,
The only time that data center had population, well, I think it kind of has population, but all of them spend all their time on other data centers, um, was that first like week or so when the data center started and everybody put their bids in for the housing,
yep,
and it had it had population until that roulette term ended and people got their houses, and then the population was gone. Like Limzu
yep,
was a ghost town.
yep. And the only other time I saw a surge of population in that server is during the Endwalker like Blue Mage updates when the fastest way to like level your Blue Mage was using the Tempest technique. I don't know if you know it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, like you remember the mob in the Tempest, like the low slug with the like Medusa type creature that eat them near them.
Okay.
Yeah, like essentially the idea is like you aggro the low slug and you kite them near the Medusa thing. The Medusa thing one shots them and you get the EXP from them. And you can get your job from level 1 to level 80 in like what, an hour at most doing that.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't know that. Like, I
Yeah.
just remember doing
The
the Shadow.
Girabanya one.
Yeah, the Gurabanya one in Shadowbringers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But anyway, all right, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
のレベリング自体は当然竜騎士に紐づいてるので、例えばリボンを育ててエボルブを育ててるみたいなことも必要ありません。装備も全く共通です。
And of course, so when you are leveling your, say, Dragoon, you don't have to go a separate like progression route for just Reborn and just Evolved. It grows, and then gear is also you don't have to like switch it out. It's consistent. It's the same.
エボルブモード、これ 8.0 がスタートしたタイミングでですけど、解放されるのはジョブを手に入れたその瞬間からエボルブも選択できるようになるので、新規の方はもうジョブチェンジした瞬間からどっちか好きな方を選んでプレイできると。皆さんも当然レベリングとっくに進んでると思うので、8.0 がリリースされたらすぐに使えることになります。
And when evolved mode is unlocked at 8.0, you are able to toggle between the two modes as long as you have the job. And so whenever you are jumping in, even if you are a new player, if that job is available for you to use, then you can jump right in. Or I'm sure existing players have already leveled their characters to a certain degree, so you can jump right in as well.
でもちろんいずれのジョブモードでも、コンテンツのクリアは可能なように調整させていただきます。
And of course, I do want to reiterate, you are able to clear content no matter which mode you have switched to.
そしてエバーコールドから実装される新ジョブた
So
ち
that's
というのは、
probably like
今回紹介する
Yeah, what he just said probably means that you cannot switch the mode within the instance. Like before the instance begin, you chooses like you choose which mode you will be in.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just know that like the only rule stipulation they give, and I'm hoping that as it goes on, they'll give more accurate stipulations, but had not have to discover them in January or February if it gets delayed.
Year of little fate.
that top one is the only actual stipulation they've given. Is that like as long as you're not in combat, or okay. And the other thing is, right? Can you read that Japanese? Like that's Japanese, right?
Yeah, it is.
All right. I know it's not Korean because it doesn't have like all the goofy little circles. Um,
Wow.
the
Careful what you say, my guy.
the but the what is their definition of battle? Like having to say that, I feel like no, I'm not going to say that. But it depends on what your definition of is. But yeah, the
That's for me. It seems pretty clear. Like,
like
because
I
the
assume that's like
demonstration,
combat, right?
yeah, the demonstration they gave is like in the open world, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that one you can toggle like like whether something is aggro or not, or once it's aggro you can change it. But I'm just curious about whether like
like you can
once
do
you
it
start
inside the instance. Yeah.
well, once you pop into a dungeon, can you change it? And from what he just said, I'm assuming not, because he said like you can clear with either mode, like with buff mode, like it doesn't matter. But to
Mm-hmm.
me, that sounded like okay, you pick one. When you pop into the instance, you can change it.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
It's
We'll
gonna.
get more info.
Is it? I mean, if it's like that, it's just going to be another job stone. Like, oh, I forgot my job
Kinda.
stone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That would be precious. That
It's like, oh, I'm in
remind
the
me of.
wrong mode.
I don't know if you remember that one guy when we're trying to do a Ruby Conte Extreme. That one dragoon who queued in the PF and he was still holding the level 50 relic dragon lance
Oh
because
my
it was
goodness.
farming Atmas. And yeah, he
Farming
was like,
light.
why
Yeah.
am I doing so little damage? Like, yeah, you didn't change your weapon, bro.
At least he can change the weapon and like, inside the
Yeah, yeah,
instance.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was funny.
yeah. Anyway, you ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
エボルブモード側しかありません。
And again, the new jobs that are introduced with Evercold will only have the evolved mode.
Okay,
で、
sorry,
重要な
another
ポイントですけ
tangent. What do you think of the name Evercold?
It's okay. Like it's kind of it's odd sounding in English to me. I'm sure it sounds better in Japanese.
Yeah,
But like Evercold just sounds odd to me in English. Because I was like, what would I even change it to? Like, Ever Chill, that just sounds just as silly.
yeah, but
But
in 14 style, I would have expected Everfrost.
Everfrost would work better, yes. Or because Everfrost in English would elicit because what's the name? It's Evercold.
Evercold, yeah.
Yeah, like in English, Everfrost would um, elicit more of an idea of things are always icy, um,
Hmm.
like or this ice never goes away type thing. Within English, that's how it. In my opinion, that's how it works. I'm not an English, master
No,
or
no,
anything, but
I completely get. Like again, for me, Everfrost fits more with the style of like the vibe they go for generally in 14 with like the language that they use. But at the same time, I found it kind of fitting because the trailer is framed as a fairy tale that the grandma is telling.
from a long time in the future. Oh, and
Yeah,
also on the trailer, sorry, um, you were talking about how the guy had the Lich King eyes,
yeah,
and from World of Warcraft, but like what I'm more because that's in a mono drawing, and
yeah. It is.
and uh, one I'm curious why he gave her the Hydaelyn face, but
To
but
be fair, his faces they end up looking the same. Like pretty much
They
all
do.
these characters look a
Oh,
lot
okay.
the same.
Okay.
Like,
But what I
like
found interesting is that they're using the chick. They're using the chick
ju-
that disappears into ice.
no, just
Or
compare.
snow.
Yeah, just compare the like his idling like a illustration with his War of Light illustration. It's like
Yeah.
they are the same.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry, but yeah, I wouldn't
Sorry, but
trying to be
yeah,
rude,
I'm
but
pretty
like,
sure
but
like
they're that picture they're using the chick that disappears into snow.
yeah, the girl that get Thanos.
Yeah, the girl that
Yeah,
gets Thanos by the Lich King. Yes.
that's not what
Sorry.
I read. I read it as if like he's protecting her or something, and she ends up disappearing in front of him. Not that he's the one making her disappear.
I was sorry. No, I was trying to be
Oh, that
funny,
was a meme. Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
that was funny. Yeah, but like I saw him, I saw the glowing blue eye. I was like, oh yeah, that's the World of Warcraft thing that Smurf sent me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, hey, man, the Wrath of the Lich King cinematic is still the best cinematic that Blizzard has ever put out for World of Warcraft, and like I'd almost be willing to fight people for it over it, but like
I haven't seen many other WoW cinematic. I don't know anything about WoW. That cinematic is epic as hell. Like, it's like wow,
it
yeah,
is,
that's really cool.
yeah, but yeah, it's one of the it's one of the few you can watch, and I mean having context helps a lot, but
Even without
just the
context, it's a
spectacle of it
banger.
is very good, and the music and the atmosphere and everything with it is very well done.
Yeah, like the one I would compare it the most to is like Shadowbringers. Like, yeah, like without context, that trailer is still a banger, but with context, oh my god.
Yeah, yeah, like yeah, I'll still maintain that. Yeah, Shadowbringers is a much better trailer than Endwalker. Like I enjoyed Endwalker, but maybe it's just because I'm a Shadowbringers baby. Like the Shadowbringers will be the one
I
for me.
mean, I'm a Shadowbringer baby too, and for me the like to me it's kind of hard to compare the two. Like for me, I'm pretty sure I told you that. For me, it's a complete package, the both of them.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I cannot think of Handwalker without thinking of Shadowbringer and vice versa.
well, I guess I don't know. To me, Shadowbringers was the only expansion of between Heaven's Word, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and Walker that you could repackage as a solo game and it could still work.
I mean, you have to do a lot of adjustment because a lot of Shadowbringer depends on context from like Heaven's Ward and Stormblood
Well, yeah, but if
storyline.
you're doing it as a solo game, you're gonna have a lot more time. But yeah, anyway,
Oh yeah,
sorry. Yeah,
but yeah, Handwalker is very like it's heavily dependent.
and
Like
on
you
the
can't have Handwalker without the rest of the game.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, but I was just going to point out again, like they already said it, but that yeah, it's the reborn mode is only for the jobs that exist now.
Yeah, so going forward, they'll just design them with evolve mode in mind.
Yeah.
Which I
So
guess that makes sense because
so
that's
the tank
like
and the
that
range,
reminds me.
and it is going to be a tank,
Yeah,
and it is going to be a ranged physical.
yeah, that was expected. Like,
But
aside from the people,
that's what
because
they
I saw,
confirmed it. Yeah.
yeah, that's a lot of people like, oh no, they only gonna do one job, that kind of stuff. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
no reason to expect that. And again, going by precedent, a tank and a range physical were the most likely uh, jobs that we were gonna get.
Yeah.
And speaking of like the evolve, like going forward, the new job will only be evolve mode. That kind of reminds me of how like they design Heaven's Ward Machinist with like the gun mage thing where
Mm-hmm.
like range physical will have cast mode and range mode, and they kind of grandfathered Bard into that design. So I'm thinking that's what's happening here.
It's possibly. But anyway, you'll get to see some of it. All right, if we get there. All right, you ready?
Yeah. So many tangents. Let's go.
けどエボルブモードの方がちょっと強いというバランス調整をさせていただく予定です。
And again, wanted to reiterate an important point. Of course, we have made the adjustments, but then the evolved mode would be just slightly stronger.
さあでは再び玉木くんにバトンを渡して説明をしていってもらいましょうか。
Okay, so going back to Tamaki's presentation.
ざわざわしてる。
Oh.
Everybody's ready.
Oh,
Everyone
dear.
wants to see what's going on.
はい、こちらの画像は、現状のナイトのリボンモードとエボルモードの、ホットバーを比較したものになります。
All right, so let's take a look at these hotbar layouts for both the reborn and evolved modes
FF14,
of
a
Paladin.
realm revolved.
向こうがリボンモード
Let's pause
で
it here.
こっちがエボルブモードの
Sorry. The dumb joke. Yeah.
No, it's fine. So here on the Paladin side, we have all the same role action.
Yep.
We got Shield Lob, Total Eclipse.
I
What's
have
the
I have no idea where the AoE combo is on the right
it's
side.
on the right side. I'm looking at the left side. I'll
Yeah.
get there.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Total Eclipse, Prominence, Circle of Scorn, Expiation, Holy Circle, Holy Sheltron, Bulwark, Sentinel, or the new one, what's that called? Guardian, Passage of Arm, Divine Veil.
Can I interrupt you real quick?
Go for it.
Just to say how funny I think it is that they put their Holy Sheltron in the exact same place that I have it on my action bars on my controller.
Oh yeah,
On the left side. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I just thought that was. I just noticed that. Sorry. Continue.
Hey man, if it works, that's ideal. It works. Fast Blade, Riot Blade, Royal Authority, Atonement with the combo. I mean, imagine just stack on top of it. Holy Spirit, Fight or Flight, Imperator, which is the AoE request get. Confiteor and the combo that goes with it. Shield Bash, that's cover. No, not
No,
cover. What's intervene?
Intercession.
Intervene. No,
It's
intervene.
intercession. It's intervene or intercession?
It is intervene.
Who has intercession?
There is no intercession. Oh, actually, intervene is the gap closer, right?
Yeah, I thought that's what the gap closer was.
Yeah. So what is the
I thought it was intercession.
I don't think so.
I'll have to use
Let
my
me check
phone.
real quick.
FFXIV PLD intervention.
Intervention, yeah. Oh, intervention and intervene, which that's a weird like convention name.
Intervention. That is a weird name. Intervention.
Intervention, and then the gap closer is intervene.
Yeah. I have to
Well,
look up the word intercession if it's even a word.
It is a word, but it would fit within
After
like the
praying,
name.
pleading, or intervening on the intervening on behalf of another person group. So intercession would make more sense. No, sorry.
It would, it would definitely fit well within because they're more and more within the Paladin name skills name. They are leaning into like the religious piety aspect of it. Like confiteor means I confess in Latin.
Yeah. Well, intercession is based in Latin. Yeah.
Yeah. And even the new like atonement, like first off atonement combo, like supplication is also a type of prayer. Sepulcher is a type of grave, I think. Expiation is expiation in Spanish.
Expiation or something like that. Yeah. I was gonna say so on the right side, the shield throw is shield throw when you're ranged, but if you're in melee range, it turns into shield bash. Like it doesn't turn into it, but when you use it, it's shield bash in melee range.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
That's one of the bigger ones. The Holy Spirit you see there, if you're targeting an enemy, it acts as a Holy Spirit. If you're targeting an ally, it acts as clemency. They talk about it later, but
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's a neat way of consolidating some of these actions. I noticed also on the right side, like you don't have MP costs for anything.
no. Actually, yeah, no MP costs and no
No gut.
gauge.
I mean, there's no action that uses gauge here
Yeah.
at all.
Well, it has Holy Sheltron.
I don't see Holy Shelton on the
Yeah,
right
it's right.
side.
Yeah, it's right there next to the shield lob.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, so I guess it's gonna be like the what you
Yep.
call it.
The only mitigation it
The,
doesn't have is bulwark.
they don't have
They got
they
rid of
don't
it.
have what? They have a rampart.
Oh,
Rampart
Rampart's up there. It's on the roll actions.
and Guardian. Oh yeah, dude. The only one they got rid of. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably gonna work like the one in PvP where it's a cooldown. Like you can use it every 15 seconds or something.
What I was more amazed by with the change, because they're going to talk about it again up in a little bit, but the provoke change to be provoke and shirk, and it looked like it
Ooh.
was on an 8-second cooldown, which
Okay.
fixes the problem that you encounter sometimes in like Savage or EX fights where the tank accidentally shirks or
Yeah.
shirks at the
'Cause
wrong time, and then
yeah,
it's
the
on a
short
2-minute
cooldown
cooldown.
is what? Oh yeah, it's way too long.
Yeah, it's like 2 minutes or something like that. It is not a short cooldown.
My God. Well,
But now it's like at the longest, I think it's 30 seconds. But we'll
yeah.
see it.
I
We'll
mean,
see it in a minute
mhm,
when they get there.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, like this is pretty. Oh! You know what I just noticed?
What
On
continuation?
the right side,
No.
they don't have. Yeah, they don't have Royal Blade. They have Rage of Alone back.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and they don't have Goring Blade either.
Yeah, and it's separate from because I'm assuming the
Wait,
Fast Blade combo is just like
wait.
on one button.
Does Goring Blade even exist anymore? I thought it
It is.
existed still. Because I
It
don't see
does
it on the left
exist.
side.
But you can consolidate it because it's pretty much like
Oh,
a Sonic
it's
Break.
part of Fight or Flight.
Yeah, you can consolidate it with
Okay.
Fight
Okay.
of. So I'm assuming that's where it is here
Okay.
on the left side. Yeah, on the right side, it's not there. Fight or Flight is not here either. So I'm guessing maybe
I
it's a
kept thinking
combo.
that
If
was
it's still
Goring
there.
Blade. Yeah. But
Yeah,
that's
if
Rage
it,
of Felone.
yeah, maybe it's still there with Rage of Alone.
No, I don't think it is. We'll have to see
Yeah, we'll see.
when we
Like
get there.
we're talking, like they're about to demonstrate it.
Yeah. Well, it'll be, yeah, but soon enough anyway. Are you ready to go, or are you still looking?
No low blow. You told me like
They combined it with
interject.
interject.
Yeah,
Yeah,
interject
it's
will
still on an
be
interject cooldown, but it's part of that. Yeah.
okay. So yeah, it doubles as stun or silence depending on what the enemy is doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's very consolidated. Let's see how it plays.
ですね。
So as you can see, reborn mode on the left and evolved mode on the right.
でリボンモードとエボルブモードのホットバーを比較すると、エボルブモードの方がセットされているアクション数が圧倒的に少ないことがわかります。
So comparing the two, you can see that the evolved mode layout is a lot more streamlined. すべてのジョブで共通して、パッドでも遊びやすいように、ジョブアクションとロールアクションを合わせて16ボタン前後に収めることを目標に設計しています。 So we have redesigned it so that all necessary job and role actions fit into approximately 16 buttons.
もうみんなさ、アイコンが気になって話頭に入ってないでしょ。
Everybody's looking at all the icons that are in the hot
You're not
bars.
listening
Are
to
you,
us, are you?
are
Just
you
looking at the icons.
ちなみに、これ開発中だから、まだ変わる可能性があるのはすいません、覚えておいてくださいね。
I do want to let you know that we're still under development on this, so this could change.
はい、どのような方法でボタン数の削減をしたかについてですが、まず基本のコンボアクションを1ボタンに統合しています。
So now you're probably wondering how we
All
got the
the
number of
combo action on one button. Yeah, that's pretty much what you just said.
What?
Yeah, you just said like all the combo action and action that lead into another have been consolidated into one button for their layout.
Yeah. What? It's
Yeah, it's
something
pretty
that's
much what
needed
you
to
just
happen for a long time. But yeah. Anyway, sorry.
said. But yeah, I still appreciate that because, for example, like for me, call me a psychopath if you want, but when I play Gunbreaker, I still have the Gnashing Fang combo in 3 different buttons.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, I muscle memory is like that. I learned to play the job like that, and I'm like I play on controller, you know that,
Yeah.
and
I don't have
maybe
enough.
because
The way I do
yeah,
controller, I don't have enough slots for that.
maybe it's because I don't play like the harder content, but it really never bothered me to cycle through a hotbar to even do continuation
See,
like Gnashing Fang, because my continuation is on a different hotbar. So I just press Gnashing
yeah.
Fang, go to the different hotbar, press continuation, Wicked Talon, so forth
Good
and so
God.
forth.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
I know, I know in the heat of the moment I'm gonna screw it up, so I can't do stuff like that. So I just have, I have the hot bar you see there, and then I'll have buttons on combat buttons on right trigger, then left trigger, like hold right then
Yeah.
left. I'll have more combat there. It's usually where I put the AOE combo and some
Oh,
other stuff,
for a
and
funny thing, I don't even put like extra like a button on the extra crossbar. I just have the basic crossbar and I cycle through them.
then yeah, and then because my hold left then right is like mount and countdown and all that kind of stuff, and then I have double tap right and double tap left is where I put like the longer cooldowns and that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. For me, I just eyeball it. It's like, it's been about 2 minutes. Maybe my raid cooldown is off.
Because because the main thing is like what I try to do, because I used to play like when I played more and I had every single job at max level, like I would play every single job. So what I tried to do was I would always have sprint in the same place. I would always have the potion in the same place, like every single job. I
Yeah.
would always have limit break in the same place, and then I would always have uh, the knockback protection one. I would always have the knockback protection in the exact same place every single job, so that like there were some things like that it was always the same. So every single tank had provoke in the same place, and every single tank had shirk in the same place. And
Again, you're gonna call me crazy, but for me, like, it's pretty much the default layout that the like
oh,
as I was
the
leveling the
jumbled
job.
mess.
Yeah, wherever the skill ended up, I just left it there. Like
Oh
the
my
only
god!
one I intentionally moved around was Summoner after the reward because like 90% of the action were gone, so I had to move stuff
Yeah,
around to make it consistent. But like for example, Provoke or even the raises between the healers, they are
yeah,
all in different places depending on the healer I'm
yeah.
playing. And
The swift cast is in the exact same place on every single job that has it. Res is in the same place for every single job that has
for me, they
it.
are wherever they ending up where I was when I unlocked the job or leveled it, where the skill got
It's like
unlocked. And I
all
just muscle memory remember where they are supposed to be on each job,
it's like all my jobs are very
organized.
yeah. I try to organize them in a way like Paladin. Like I'll have the right trigger, the A B X Y will be um will be like your standard combo and like the the shield lob, and then like I move over to the left trigger AXBY is like Confiteor and Requisia Cat and all that crap.
Syracuse cat.
Yeah, like the secondary like the stuff we
Yeah,
used during like DPS cooldowns, that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
I move between, like I don't know. I just try to organize it to where things are done similarly between jobs, so it's not too jarring to move between them.
That's probably like a sign that I'm playing too much because I'm comfortable leaving it in that chaos. So anyway,
Anyway, all right. Sorry. So you ready to go?
yeah, let's roll.
待って英語言っ
down
てから
that far. One method was by consolidating basic combos into a single icon.
This was when I thought of
ナイトを例にすると、リボーンモードでは、ファストブレード、ライオットソード、ロイヤルアソリティのコンボが3つのボタンに分かれているんで
Also,
す
they've
が、
done this
エボルブ
already.
モ
I
ード
don't
で
know
は
why it's such a big reaction. Like they've done this.
yeah, they did it in PvP, but they've done it in like every single duty where you're playing as a different character.
Yeah. No, even Mama. Oh, yeah. This basic combo. Oh, they haven't done it for like the 1, 2, 3 combo yet. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But like when you play as Alize, like all of her
Yeah.
red mage attack skills are
Oh,
a single button.
the funniest is when you play as Y'shtola, because like she cycle all throughout all the element in on one button, all of it. Like she'll say like fire 4 of the 7 done,
Yeah.
water 4 of the 7 done, all that until foul and flare. Be like,
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Those action buttons on the instances are goofy.
yeah, they're really funny.
Right. Anyway, you ready?
Yeah, let's roll.
一つのボタンがコンボの進捗に応じて置き換わっていきます。
So, for example, in Reborn mode, the Paladin combo of Fast Blade into Riot Sword into Royal Authority took 3 icons. In Evolved mode, the full combo is now executable by clicking the same button 3 times without clicking 3 different buttons.
その他に
And you
も、
can never accidentally
単
drop the
体と
combo.
範囲攻撃に分かれていたも
Doing it this way also, sorry, doing it the way on evolved mode also makes it so that you can't accidentally drop the combo because the game had a ping blip, so it didn't pick up your last mashing of, you know, whatever button it was you had just pressed in the combo, and then but it was still actually sitting on that combo still, so you're going and press on the next one, and then it drops the combo because you moved on and it hadn't moved on, all because of some
There is
little
that,
server
but
glitch.
as things stand, you can't really drop your combo anymore. Like for example, on Paladin, like the only way for you to drop your combo is to not continue your combo for like 30 seconds. But how are you doing that, for example?
No,
Like you can press like Fast Blade to Riot Blade and then go do your Atonement combo and your whole configure
Well,
combo and then come back to Royal
I
Authority
don't
and
know.
continue.
What I'm saying is like doing Savage,
Mm-hmm.
like
Oh yeah,
with
downtime, I
a
guess.
static, like I'm always mashing the next button that I'm gonna be mashing while the
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not hitting OGCDs, I'm mashing the next button that is needing to be activated, and so there's been times where it just did not use when it should have
Yeah,
did
like it
not
just
use
goes
the
to
and so like you know it'll be the middle skill, whatever it's called, is lit up, and I was sitting there mashing it and it didn't take it, and you know in my mind, because I'm always trying to I'm trying to keep ahead because you have to keep
you are
ahead on the
pressing the third
mechanics,
one, but you didn't register the second one.
and like this is the way it's supposed to be going, like because when you've done Savage enough, especially like with a static, um, when you've done a fight enough times and wiped out it enough times, you can tell how good or bad your DPS is going to be for that fight by am I hitting the consistent cues within the fight for what like action I'm pressing at the time. I don't know how else to put it. Like,
No, I get you.
is my is my DPS, my burst, lining up in the same place every single pull, or is it
Yeah,
drifting, or is it
yeah.
coming too early? And like,
I can relate to that doing Unreal. Like the which one was it? Like 7.3? No, 7.3 was Serio. 7.2 was Suzaku, and
Suzaku, yeah,
yeah, like
that was the
yeah,
last one I
depending
tried
on
doing with you.
like you could tell like oh yeah we are not clearing this. Like when you see when the group is doing the burst within the timeline of the fight,
Yeah,
and you're like yeah we are not gonna clear this
yeah.
because the DPS check on that fight is pretty brutal actually compared to other Unreals.
Well, compared to Byakuya, yeah,
Oh yeah,
and we
Deco was
still
okay.
found groups that couldn't do Byakuya.
Like literally, Diaco would just get you a sweep the leg and the puddles. Like that's the only real stuff where you can get got, and people still get got.
Yeah,
Same with Serio. Serio is a pretty easy fight too, but so many times I had to like I was wanting to heal or DPS, but I had to go as tank because I could not trust PF tanks to do a proper tank swap.
yeah. I don't know. I only ever unsynced that fight, and what I felt like unsyncing that fight was that with the music for it in the second half, the mechanics lined up perfectly with it, with the movement and the speed of the music.
Yeah.
Whereas in normal, it felt very disjointed between the two. I I don't know if that makes any sense, but
No, no, I get you. Yeah.
but when at the one time I unsynced it, like it felt like the mechanics and the music were in lockstep.
Mm.
And like I was like, because I remember like it's still unsynced, so you're not overly worried, but like I was beginning to feel like I could predict when mechanics were happening
Based
just
on where
based
we
on the
were.
music.
Yeah, that's neat when that happens. That's a bit like how Dancing Green plays in Savage, because that's the one Savage fight I did on content and cleared
Yeah,
the week one. Uh, it's so fun because the music lines up perfectly with the script of the fight. So,
yeah.
like at some point, I would almost feel confident doing the fight with my eyes closed because
If
hearing the music, I'm like, I know where we are in the fight.
if I tried to do it as something other than Reaper, I might have kept trying, but
Yeah.
it was like trying to do that fight and trying to learn and that kind of stuff felt kind of miserable.
hmm
But
Like from
it,
what I hear, like Ripper has just been rough this expansion anyway. So
it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't Devour Prog miserable, but from P5S.
yeah, that's a
But like,
proto carbon core.
yeah, because
Yeah.
that was that P5S was when I stopped solo PFing. Um, because I lost count of how many PFs I joined that were Devour Prog, and it was almost always healers, just like with Barbaricia EX. It was almost always healers that could not do the first several mechanics.
That reminds me of what's his face, Golbez Extreme. Yeah, so many PF with double meteor prog is like, bro.
Yeah, well, because that's the thing. Like in Shadowbringers, when I was in that static for Eden's Promise,
Mhm.
the fourth tier, the third tier,
Yeah,
the fourth fight, E12S.
that's
There's a reason that in
yeah.
PF the meme was it's Shiva Prog, because like it could be advanced relativity prog is what was listed, and that's like the Gaia half of the fight, and
hmm
like into it because it's basic relativity, which is probably the hardest one. um my memory is basic relativity was the hardest one. Intermediate relativity was okay, and then advanced relativity was harder. But like it could say advanced relativity, and you would spend 30 minutes trying to get people to not screw up the icicles in Shiva phase, which is like the first phase after the first little bit of the E12S fight. Because you do like some mechanics, because it'll show you some of the stuff that changed for Savage, and then you go into Shiva phase, and then I think there's something happens in intermission, I can't remember, and then it's Titan phase, which that's Dwayne, and then after Titan phase, it's statues, and after statues, it's lions. And yeah, that was, and statues was a whole thing too, but like lions was way worse. Anyway, sorry, I took us way off topic.
No.
But
Again,
that was
we
the
were.
meme, was like
Mhm,
everything is Shiva Prague
mhm.
was the meme with it.
Yeah, like again, like I said, with Golbez Extreme, you have a PFC double meteors. Like we are still programming Void Arrow 1. Why
Yeah,
are you talking about double meteor? And
yeah,
then Void Stardust 1. It's like you can't get past Void double meteor. Like what's happening?
yeah. Well, yeah, it's safe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like when you go into PF and they say like, oh, we are at this prog point, just assume they are not,
yeah, yeah. Like
and prepare yourself mentally for it.
because like Barbie X. You didn't do Barbie X on
No, no,
Barbaricia
didn't do
on
any of
content.
the
It
oh
was
no
it
the
was just
only
Golbez.
yeah the only no on content Endwalker I did Heidelin on content and Gomez,
Well,
yes.
I meant
I
when
ended up
like, oh yeah. Well, no, you did Zodiac on content because Lyris and I dragged you through it.
yeah, yes, we did do that.
Because
We did
because
cleared it,
that was
yeah.
so disappointing that Zodiac EX was literally follow the danger Dorito, and you solved every single mechanic.
I mean,
And
yeah, for me, I'm like just get a party of 8 people who cannot do like relative like special recognition relative to a set point, and then you have fun because yeah, it's kind of lame that you only need one person to know where to go to the safe spot, and the rest of the fight is free.
yeah, yeah, and especially since it was such a fun fight in normal. But
Oh yeah, it was great fun, and even like Idling X is also great fun, but it's just a shame that it quickly became possible to solo tank it and just burst her to death.
yeah, I say I never got that far. Like I did her when with my static before Savage launched
Yeah,
to
you
get
got your
weapons for
weapon
everybody,
and like,
and then we were
whatever,
done.
and then
Yeah,
yeah. No, I farmed that one. I
for the
got the
mount. Yeah,
mount. Yeah,
yeah. Barbaricia EX was probably the most fun I have ever had in an EX, even with horrible parties. I can't tell you how many times we got to Enrage on Barbie X, and I was playing Ninja, and all that was left alive by that point was like one tank and me, the Ninja, and like everybody, and it was usually the healers were usually the first ones to die, and because that was because Barbie X was I kept queuing as Enrage Prog. Like I would join Enrage Prog or list an Enrage Prog, and I kept getting healers that couldn't do Air Raid 1 and Air Raid 2, which are literally the first two mechanics of the frickin' fight.
yeah. Because I don't remember that fight very well. We did it together at some point.
Yeah,
I think.
we did it when the Void Dragon was current, whatever the name of that was.
Zeromus.
Zeromus, yeah. That
Yeah, yeah.
when
We
that was
did.
current, we did it.
I remember not struggling that much with air raids, but it kind of got weird for me when they had the PlayStation symbol thing. Like I never really understood that mechanic
Yeah,
because
you'd
I
never
only did the
encountered
fight
it.
a few times.
Yeah.
Did we clear that fight?
We cleared it. Yeah, because that's the time when
Oh,
the one time because we cleared it one time because we did it for
mental roulette
mental
stuff.
roulette. Yeah, and or to be able to. I don't remember if we had to have it unlocked, but
Oh,
anyway, like
yeah.
yeah,
I guess,
we did
I
it
guess
for
we just
mental roulette,
that phase. Yeah.
and we cleared it one time, and the mountain dropped, and that was the first time I'd ever actually cleared it because I couldn't get a group that could clear in rage, or just beat air raid 1 and 2.
On content, yeah.
Yeah, during on in 6.2, and I and the mountain dropped and I won it, and that's the only
Uh,
That's the only links I have, and
yeah, I feel because that's the funny thing. Like again, another tangent. I'm really sorry, but I'm I'm actually motivated to do the down trail EX because I really like the capstone mount, like the angel wings. I really want them, so I'm motivated to do the extremes now. I only did the Valley Garmander one, and
yeah,
I'm pretty sure I told you. Very funny. I go into the PF. We do a couple pulls, maybe like 5, 6. We clear. First clear, the mount drop. I got it.
yeah,
Yeah,
it must be nice. No.
yeah. I ended up redoing the fight a few times because FC members were going through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm done with Valigarmanda. I still have to do Zoraja. I still have to do Selene. I still have to do Selene. I still have to do Doom Train. So
I don't remember. I don't remember Zoraja being that bad. But the whole thing was like, by that point, my static was getting weird because like
yeah,
most of them were um, like because our raid time was in the morning on weekends, and they were all PFing stuff the whole week, like before the weekend. So it's just like, what's the point of being in a static if y'all are all clearing stuff before? Because like they all had all their accessories and their weapon and that kind of stuff from those two fights by the time we made it to the weekend, and I'm just like, I haven't done any of that stuff. I work, I like,
yeah. We have a
I don't have any of
reason.
that stuff, and I just got carried through the two fights, until I had the weapon and the friggin' accessories I
Accessories.
needed. It was just ridiculous. It was
Yeah,
so
like,
stupid.
but that's one thing I always hear that because I enjoyed Valigar Manor, like it was a fun fight. I have yet to hear that any of the Downtrail EX are bad. Like I hear that Sphin Extreme is very good, and it really is like redeeming like Endwalker because Endseeker Extreme was not good.
Yeah, well, yeah, I hadn't heard that, man. Yeah, I think that's. I don't think we've ever. Did we clear Insinger EX? I don't think we cleared
I
Insinger
don't
EX.
think I don't think we cleared together. Like I ended up clearing it like unsynced probably like earlier this year or something. I don't remember that fight like that. Like
It
I
was
really
a
enjoyed like, the normal mode and the story, the ending of Endwalker and stuff, but the
you know
extreme is really not it.
Yeah, because like all the stuff they did, I was like, man, this could be a really cool fight. And then I think I watched the Hector guy, and I was like, this looks tedious.
Yeah, this is not what I was expecting based off of the normal. Kind of the same with Zodiac. You're like, this is what you ended up doing, given with the base. Like,
Yeah, yeah, it was like follow the danger Dorito.
and it's pretty much the same with Ruby Conte too, right? Like it ended up being like, yeah, follow the one person who knows where the safe spot is.
That I don't remember or know. The one thing I remember is I think it was Happy talking about it. So they're saying like his complaint was that you spent too much time in the spinning wheel phase or whatever with the save areas.
Yeah,
Like he
and
says, you spent way
that's
too
the
much
thing.
time
Yeah,
with
like
those.
it's pretty much free because once you figure out the safe spot, you go there and you are just free to wail on the boss because it's gonna take forever to finish spinning the wheels and then set the fire stuff and then blow it all up. It's like, yeah, it's been 30 seconds. I've been like beating down on you all this time.
Yeah, because I haven't done Rubiconte EX, and I still haven't finished Zeromus EX because I couldn't
I haven't touched that one.
The meteor mechanic on that is so finicky, and like one meteor explodes and it kills everybody. So it's just like,
oh, just like Golbez then.
yeah. But anyway, sorry.
Golbez, like in double meteor, like one person messes up, you mess up the tower, or you messed up the placement of the meteor, or you messed up the bait of Asdaya, and you're all dying. And then same with Void Stardust, somebody misses their enumeration, and you're all dying.
Yeah. So, you ready?
Yeah,
Sorry.
let's go.
Center.
ものやメカニクスに大きく関わらないアクションの統廃合をしています。
We've consolidated actions in other ways as well, such as merging ones that had similar mechanics, or ones that were simply AoE versions of an existing single target action.
でボタン数が少ないことでアクションの手数が減ってしまったり、コンテンツでの対応力について不安視されるかと思うんですが、その分一つ一つのアクションのリキャストタイムを短くしたり、効果量を強くするなどで調整しています。
Now, some of you might be worried that a reduction in the number of hotbar slots might limit players by putting them at a disadvantage when attacking certain content. I'm here to assure you that that's not the case, as we've offset this by shortening recast times and increasing effect potency.
例えば、リボーンモードではブルワークという防御アクションがありますが、エボルブモードではこれが廃止される代わりに、全体的に他の防御アクションの効果内容を調整して、アクション数が減っても問題なく能力を発揮できるようにしています。
So, for example, in Reborn mode, Paladins will continue to have the option to use the action Bulwark. But in Evolved mode, Bulwark will no longer exist. But to compensate for its removal, the potency of remaining defensive actions will be adjusted to produce similar results.
で防御アクション以外にもおなじみの演出や名前のアクションも多数あるんですが、リボーンとエボルブではそれぞれ異なるアクションとして実装するため、アクションの効果内容も異なるものが多くなります。
Yeah, it's just guaranteed 100% block rate.
And another way we were able to consolidate actions was by changing effects on targets. There are a lot of different ways that we have, again, the effects that are used.
Since shields don't have changing block value anymore, like all shields block for 20% now. Because that was that was the AR thing. Was like the tower shields blocked for more damage, but you couldn't block as often.
Yeah, and the bucklers would block more often, but for smaller mitigation.
Yeah,
but smaller like portion of the damage.
Yeah. Right.
And you can block magic at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So have fun in Alexander raids.
Yeah.
Names that are used, and in Reborn and Evolved, we have these different actions, and we've been taking these and we're going to split them into completely different things. Things that were the same, we've split. Things that were similar, we've put together.
はい、また特殊な例として使用する対象や状況に応じて実行されるアクションが変化する仕組みもあります。
So another unique way we were able to consolidate actions was by changing their effects based on the targets.
例えば、ナイトにはディバインジャスティスというアクションがあります。
So in other words, take the action being introduced in Evolve mode, Divine Justice.
このアクションは敵に対して使うと攻撃魔法のホーリースピリットが実行されて、味方に使うと回復魔法のクレメンシーが実行されます。
So depending on whether you're using on an enemy or an ally, its resulting effect will change to either Holy Spirit or Clemency.
その他にもカバウやシールドバッシュなどの限られた状況
Holy Knight, like Crusader style thing with Paladin.
Yeah.
with the skills as we go along. So yeah, especially since they bungled the identity with the job quest so hard. So
The Paladin role quests. Which were
the
so
role
bad that
quests
they
are
just
fine,
like
but
Stormblood went back to the gladiator.
the gladiator tournament, yeah, like already the Paladin ARR job quests were weird. Like they were like, what's happening? Like what are we doing?
Yeah.
But it just went nuts in heavens. It was like I have no clue what, to the
It's like
point that even the
it's like, who are
characters,
you?
yeah, the characters is like, what are we doing? What's the point of all this? Like that one Rogadin Paladin guy is like, what are you?
He's like, who are
to,
you again?
to this day, I couldn't tell you what was his plan. Like what was the end goal? Like what he was trying to do this whole time.
We still never found that stupid sword, right?
No, the sword is there. I don't know because we win it. Like the sword recognizes us as the Alpha Paladin or whatever they were going for. But the we don't know what happens to it after that. Like if it returns to Oda with the Guildmaster or what, we have no clue.
No, okay. I thought my memory was like we spent two expansions, well not expansions, but ARR and Heavensward chasing the Oath Sworn or what
Oh,
is
you
it
might
called?
be right. Actually, Oathkeeper. Yeah.
Yeah, Oathkeeper, and then like we never actually find the sword. Like that was my memory, but like I really don't remember. It's been forever
No,
since I did that
yeah,
job
we
quest.
do find the sword in the storyline, but it's not like we don't even have it as a relic weapon or something. Like
No,
it's just like wow, wow.
it's not even part of like the job class
No, like
armor set
legit, the story
weapon.
the story ends with essentially a dick measuring contest between the different paladin jobstones. Like, what's happening? Trying to assert dominance. It's like, why? Why is this the paladin story?
Yeah, it's just like that's yeah, and because at the same time, like, because what makes it worse is like at the same time it's juxtaposed against like the Dark Knight story.
Oh, the Dark
The
Knight story annihilates the paladin. And again, such a huge miss that the fact that we're in Ishgard, this whole thing with the Temple Knight, it never comes up in
never
the
once.
paladin
No,
storyline. It's like, what are we doing? Like,
it's
it
like
was
why
your
are we still
friend.
dealing with the Sultan's Sworn or whatever? Like why aren't we
Yeah,
dealing with the Temple Knights?
like, and the conclusion of the AR job questline was that, yeah, you're a free paladin. Like, you carry the value of being a paladin independently of whatever we do here, and will die. So you don't have to worry about all that. But they drag you right back into it, and yeah, and even because job quests, a lot of them used to be kind of the lore explanation for why you have certain abilities. Like, at no point did they ever explain like why, as a gladiator turn into paladin, you suddenly start using magic. Like that just
No,
happens.
that never. I don't remember that ever actually being actually
Yeah,
explained.
at no point, even in the Stormblood quest, like using like Holy Spirit, all that, never. There's never any explanation for that.
Well, because at that point we're back with the gladiator, so it's just like
Yeah,
now we're just like a magic wielding gladiator, like
yeah.
so
And
that
again, yeah, nobody ever questioned that too. It's like, yeah, we can heal people and can cast magic. So it's like, no, nobody worries about that.
it's like the
Or
paladin role quests job quests
it's
are so dog
they
water.
are it's such a like, legit petition because they've rewritten like job quest to like align with like change, but like they've rewritten the summoner quest to account for the changes since Endwalker, and even the astrologian one since they removed the nocturnal sect stuff. They've rewritten job quest to account for like change in job design and identity and stuff.
Hmm.
Like, but like they can't rewrite Paladin. They have to redo them entirely, and I guess they're
Yeah,
never gonna invest into doing that. Because if they do, they'll probably want to redo all of them at that point.
Yeah. Because I don't even remember what the warrior quest line was in Heavensward. I don't think you're
In
smashing rocks anymore.
no. Actually, the smashing rock was just as a marauder. Like by that point, you become a warrior. You're not worried about that. What was the quest line in Heavensward again?
Because he was still hanging out at the waterfalls, right?
Yeah, he's always there. Curious Gorge. Funny name, man.
Yeah.
And I remember the ARR quest line. I remember the Stormblood one, but I don't remember the Heavensward. I don't remember what happens in the Heavensward quest line.
I really don't. Oh, it was Heavensward. Heavensward was when they brought his brother back in.
Oh no, his brother is back by the end of the ARR one. He's already
Was
back.
he?
Yes, Broken Mountain. He's back by then.
I thought he didn't show up until Heavensward. Oh well. No.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I don't know. I like it's been so long since I've done all those job quests. Like I don't remember the specifics or anything that kind of like the ones that were
You
good
know
enough to go
what?
back through and do again.
You might be right. You might be right that he doesn't show up until Heavensward.
Because like Heavensward, I thought was when they were introducing the concept of not berserk, but it's
The
when you
inner
get
beast.
Felcleave. But no, because inner,
Oh
inner
yeah,
whatever
I,
was
yeah.
what?
I remember now. I remember.
Inner
So
release was Stormblood.
yeah, inner release is Stormblood. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. So what happens in the ARR is that his brother, like Broken Mountain, he's already lost his mind to the inner beast, and like Curse Gorge is searching for his brother.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, through the course of all that, he also loses his mind. But we solve that at the end of the quest line in ARR, and in Heaven's Ward is us and his brother trying to help him master the beast because he keeps losing control.
Oh,
Because the
okay.
Heaven's Ward part is uh, the warriors being essentially recruited to help out Limsa, the Yellow Jacket and the Marauders, that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
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 because then Stormblood is when he's like in love with the Aura chick.
yeah. The
Yeah.
coroner, yeah.
Yeah, that one's
It's funny. It's
it's
really
a
funny
goofball. That's such a
because
goofball quest line.
they pretty much end up together. Like if you go see them, they are together at the waterfall
Oh,
hanging
really?
out.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Or is that after you do the Shadowbringers
No. Like when you finish
job
the
cap quest?
storm, yeah, when you finish the Stormblood quest, she stays in the step at first because essentially they declare the love to each other. But he's like, I can only like properly uh, convey my love to you once I'm stronger than you. Um, and then after you do the capstone level 80 quest of warrior, they start hanging out together at the falls, and the dialogue is pretty much like, hey, like which one of us is number two? Because they all recognize that you are the strongest warrior of them all, that kind of stuff.
Ah, yeah, because I enjoyed the Dark Knight capstone quest because that one like it ended with you talking to your other self
hmm
again.
The Stormborn one were a bit weird because that was the
That
one
was
with
Mist. Yeah,
what's his name?
Mist. Yeah,
Mist. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I need to
Like,
replay.
see, like my complaint with that was like they could have used Mist for because you had Frey as Esteem,
Yeah,
and like they could have given like using like 100 blood gauge or something. It's not something you want to do, but it's something you can do. That you're using like 100 blood gauge, and um, you could resurrect somebody, and like it would be Mist pops up to like bring them back to life or res them or whatever, like something stupid like that. But
no, legit. I like that idea, but Again, are you sure you can trust 14 player with tank raises? Because that's a huge, like 100 blood gauge. Yeah, that's a huge commitment to raising, but that can save a pool. And for lore or just as a Final Fantasy fan, if they give Dark Knight a raise before Paladin, that would be a serious problem. Like people would not gonna like that.
Well, it's like I don't know. Okay, because I was approaching it from like the thought process of like having played WoW, where
Yeah.
paladins can raise, but they're also healers and DPS too.
Mhm.
But the but they can't combat raise, or at least
Yeah.
didn't used to be. Anyway,
Which is funny because in 14 that was the case. Like Paladin could cross-class raise from Conjurer, but they couldn't. You needed a trait to combat raise, and Paladin didn't have access to that.
oh really? That's funny.
Yeah, you could raise outside of combat.
But friggin' but introduced in Wrath of the Lich King, they introduced the Death Knight, and the Death Knight at that time, you had raise ally, which you would raise like a dead ally as a ghoul for 2 minutes. And like basically all the ghoul could do is like auto attack. I mean, it was kind of worthless, but
Yeah.
like it was just.
I mean,
was
I
just
can
kind of
see the
funny.
value if like you can move the character. Like if you need a body check, like you just have the Dark Knight raise somebody, even if they do not do anything, at least they can count for the body check, so
Yeah.
you don't wipe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like,
They're probably like 100 blood gauge, put it on like a 5-minute cooldown or something. And for Paladin, if you give them a combat raise, share the cooldown with Hallowed Ground.
ooh,
And
ooh.
yeah, that's a hefty cost. But like for me, that's just like yeah, you can choose between saving your invuln, like
Well,
if you know you're
I
not
could
gonna
see,
need it.
okay, because Hallowed Ground has a 7-minute cooldown. I would say because of that long of a cooldown, if it set it on cooldown, it would only do it for like 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So
Like yeah, it triggers the cooldown, but half the time.
yeah, so like you're not punished with a 7-minute cooldown for pressing somebody. I mean, like yeah, like I yeah. Anyway, sorry, we're getting way
Yeah.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just riffing right now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Sorry.
でのみ有効なアクションも大切なジョブの個性の一つなので、ディバインジャスティスと同じ仕組みで対象や状況に応じて変化するアクションとして使用できるようにしています。
Then we have actions like Cover and Shield Bash. And these are both actions that are limited in their scope of use, but they are very characteristic to the Paladin job. So just like Divine Justice, similar setups for these actions are planned, with the actions dynamically yielding different effects based on the target or other conditions.
さらに、ロールアクションにも調整を行っています。
We'll also be making adjustments to role actions in evolved mode as well.
コンテンツの攻略に必要不可欠なものは残しつつ、効果を統廃合したり、アクション自体を削除しているものもあります。
Those absolutely required to clear certain battles will remain untouched, but those that we've determined can be consolidated or removed altogether will be.
タンクを例にすると、挑発とシャークがヘイトマネージメントっていうアクションに統合されています。ヘイトマネージメントを敵に対して使うと挑発が発動して、パーティーメンバーに対して使うとシャークが発動します。
So an example for tanks is that Provoke and Shirk will be consolidated into a single action known as Scales of Enmity. If you use this Scales of Enmity on an enemy, it will inflict Provoke. If you use it on a party member, it will invoke Shirk.
ただ、一つのボタンに統合するだけだと、挑発とシャークを近いタイミングで使いたいときに困ってしまうので、これまでと同じような使い方ができるように、ヘイトマネジメントは2チャージまで貯められるアクションとしています。
Now, some of you may be thinking that with this kind of consolidation, that in cases where you would normally use both of these actions in succession, that you won't be able to do that anymore. To alleviate this potential problem and make sure that players will be able to use both of these as they always have, we'll be giving Scales of Enmity 2 charges to use however you wish.
その他、インタージェクトにはローブローのスタン効果が統合される予定になっています。
Another example of attack action being changed is that low blow will be phased out and its stun effect added to the remaining action interject.
So you like interrupt and stun it at the same time.
このように
If it
ホ
can
ッ
be
トバー
stunned.
にセットするアクションの数が減ることで、操作がしやすくジョブ全体の仕組みも理解しやすくなるようにしました。
So basically, by cutting the overall amount of keystrokes from a
I'm gonna
job's
miss
action
the
rotations,
low
we're aiming
blow animation though. It was funny just having your tank kick something stun. So because the interject animation is kind of it's whatever.
I don't think I've ever actually paid attention to what the animation is.
The player just does a weird spin on itself and like sends a laser to the enemy and that stops them.
Oh,
It's weird.
that's funny.
to make things easier to understand, ultimately making that job more accessible to more players.